what's going on, guys? It's Cynical and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts 3 news and information video. Today for you guys, I thought we'd sit down and talk about the secret spot in which Kairi and Lea are seen sitting in within the Pirates of the Caribbean trailer. Now, this scene was very exciting for many different reasons, not just the sheer location and how it looks so damn beautiful and I just want to go there, but it was more so the fact that we actually got to finally see both Lea and Kairi within a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. I mean, we've received many different trailers over the course of many different years, and this would be the very first trailer where these characters are finally being debuted, and I have to say, man, they are looking absolutely spot on. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about the location that these guys are seen sitting in, but not only that, I also want to talk a bit about Kairi as well as Lea. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. So first things first, let's talk about the location in itself, because a lot of people have been speculating as to exactly where this location is, what it could potentially be, and whether or not, of course, us as the players will be going there. Now, straight off the bat, we do actually have a little bit of news and information talking towards this scene. It isn't anything crazy and doesn't really give us an idea as to exactly what this place is, but it lets us know that as the player, we won't actually be visiting this location. So within an interview between GNN and Tetsuya Nomura at E3, they got onto the topic about this, and this is what has been stated. GNN also inquired about how many original worlds there are. As seen in previous titles, original worlds are divided into two categories, where the player can go and where the player cannot go. For example, the scene where Axel talks to Kairi takes place in a location that players cannot access. There are also areas that only appear once in the entire game, so there are plenty of new environments to look forward to. So straight off the bat, this location right here is going to be exclusive to that of cutscenes throughout Kingdom Hearts 3. And I mean, this is something that we are used to, you know, throughout Kingdom Hearts. There's many different cutscenes where they actually take place in locations that we've actually never been to before. A good example of this is in Kingdom Hearts 2. Quite often we have different cutscenes that go back to Kairi while she's spending her time on Destiny Islands. Not the Destiny Islands we know of and that we get to play on in Kingdom Hearts 1, but the actual mainland island of the Destiny Islands world. We actually get to see quite a lot of this in Kingdom Hearts 2, but it's a place that you never actually get to visit as the player. But more so, let's talk about exactly where this location is. Now, a lot of people have obviously been speculating in terms of like where this could be located or what world this could potentially be. Now, looking at the actual design of the world in itself, it's very green, it's very luscious, there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of forest going on. It is important to note that a lot of the different original worlds in Kingdom Hearts are based off of different times of the day. So, as an example, Twilight Town is literally set in twilight. So let's talk about exactly what world this could be. So, like I said, it's important to take note of the time of day, and I think this is a big reason as to why many people are actually led to believe that this world could either be that of Twilight Town or of course Daybreak Town. Now, a lot of people are leaning towards that of Twilight Town mainly because of the current time of day, and we also know that there is a pretty big forest section in that of Twilight Town as well. So is it possible that this could be located on the outskirts of the town itself, set somewhere on a hill where it overwatches many of the other different hills within the landscape? The other possibility here that a lot of people are leaning towards is also Daybreak Town, which would be extremely interesting because we know that obviously Daybreak Town was lost to that of Darkness, somewhere within the Kingdom Hearts key timeline. So how exactly both Kairi and Lea would be here in Daybreak Town, I mean, I'm not exactly too sure, but I'm sure that if this was the case, they will end up elaborating on it. But I think the reason why a lot of people are led to believe that this could potentially be Daybreak Town as well is due to the actual scenery in itself. It's not so much the time of day, but it's more so the hills in the distance as well as the forest. It looks very, very familiar to that of the location where both Ira and the Master of Masters have a lot of their conversations throughout that of Kingdom Hearts key back cover. However, what if I was to tell you that this location right here is possibly not Twilight Town or Daybreak Town, but it's rather its own entity in itself? Last year at the Kingdom Hearts World Tour Orchestra, there was some exclusive Kingdom Hearts 3 backstory presented by the official Japanese voice actor for that of Kairi. Now, this is some important backstory, like this is some real heavy lore related stuff, because we actually haven't seen any of this type of stuff being explained in a Kingdom Hearts title. The only thing is, we know that at the end of Dream Drop Distance, Kairi was training to become that of a Keyblade wielder, but that's really it. So with this information, we sort of get to dip into the specifics of exactly what Kairi is currently doing, and I believe this backstory directly connects to the scene that we've recently seen within the Pirates of the Caribbean trailer. Kairi said, "I didn't notify you, but you might have already heard it from Yen said. I've come to train to become a Keyblade wielder. Until now, I've I've only been waiting for you guys to come back from your journey. Maybe with this, I can at least help out a little. The magician Merlin can use the magic that surpasses time. Here we can forget about the flow of time. Isn't it great? Lee's training with me, he apologized to me over and over again. It's alright, I'd say, but he'd keep on apologizing. And the rest of it kind of just talks about the relationship between both Lee and Kairi, but what we do know is, as of right now, Kairi and Lee are in a location that has been created by that of Merlin, where time actually flows differently. Now, the reason behind the whole time thing would obviously be to assist with the training of the Keyblade for both Kairi and Lee. For an example, 5 weeks in the real world could actually equate to that of maybe 5 months, or perhaps even longer, within this location in which time flows differently. So I think what we're looking at right here is the pocket dimension in which Merlin has created for both Lee and Kairi in order to train and use the Keyblade, so that by the time the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 comes around, both of these guys will be fairly trained up. And last up, let's talk about Kairi and Lee, because these guys are also a very strong vocal point of this scene. It's not just the scenery, but it's also these characters as well. So first things first, let's talk about Kairi and a brand new outfit. I gotta say, oh my god, Kairi, what are you making my heart melt, girl? What are you doing? Kairi is looking absolutely amazing. I gotta say that her outfit right here is the best outfit she has had throughout the series so far. It's very interesting. It's obviously keeping that similar sort of plaid design that we've seen throughout many of the different outfits. The plaid is present on her skirt, as well as where the armholes are. We obviously got to see Kairi's brand new outfit shortly before the reveal of it within this trailer through a Kingdom Hearts Union Cross data mine leak. And so it's not really too much different here, it's just we're seeing it in like full HD opposed to that of a 2D image. So I gotta say, I really like it. Interesting that the bottom of the skirt actually has 3 different designs. Now I'm interested to know if this actually has any kind of symbolism behind it, whether or not there's some kind of connection to both Xion as well as Namine within the design of her outfit, especially when looking towards the bottom part of her skirt. Kairi's hair is also shorter, and this was actually mentioned by Axel within the trailer as well. I think it is kind of interesting that Lee caught onto this. I mean, it is extremely obvious that she cut her hair, and when anyone cuts their hair when they're known for having long hair, I mean, you're gonna notice, right? But if we think back to a little special someone who Lee used to be extremely close friends with, the short hair on Kairi could have definitely have reminded Lee of that person, this person being Xion. So let's talk about Lee. Lee unfortunately was not seen wearing a brand new outfit, and this is one thing that I was really hoping on seeing if, of course, we did get to see Lee within a trailer. He is still within his Organization 13 coat, which is kind of interesting. I guess he's just using that as a training outfit for the time being. I'm really hoping that once both Lee and Kairi have actually finished up their training, Lee will hopefully receive a brand new outfit from the fairy, something that is a little bit more comfortable for a Keyblade wielder. The other thing I noticed as well is Kairi actually referred to Lee as Axel, which, as you guys should know, was Lee's nobody name.
Hey, Axel!
In Dream Drop Distance, he actually made it very clear that he's now no longer known as Axel due to now being a somebody, and that people should now refer to him as Lee. Like, he made this loud and clear at the end of Dream Drop Distance. So exactly why Kairi is still calling Lee Axel and why Lee is okay with him being called Axel, I'm not too sure. This could have something to do with their relationship. But it's so cool to finally see these characters within the same space within a trailer and like having a conversation between each other. Obviously there was a time, especially in Kingdom Hearts 2, where there was a bit of tension between both Axel as well as Kairi due to obviously Axel kidnapping her. And like we saw within that backstory from the Kingdom Hearts World Tour Orchestra, apparently Axel or Lee has been doing nothing but apologizing ever since they got into their little training location. So I think that by the end of Kairi and Lee's training, both of these guys will be really good friends. Alright guys, that is all for today's news and information. I thought I'd sit down and specifically break down this scene in particular, as I know a lot of people have been talking about this scene. I absolutely love it. We got to see a brand new, luscious, beautiful, new looking location, one in which we will not be exploring, unfortunately. And of course, we also got to see both Kairi and Lee within Kingdom Hearts 3, finally. Amen, finally! Be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. However guys, I'm Cynical. Hopefully you dudes are having a fantastic day, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Hit them on the page, you'll be coming through stain. Gold in my mouth when you suckers be bluffing. Milk crate, gaming up your bitch though. Catch me in the back playing Super Nintendo.